Most people fail finance interviews before they even answer a single question. And the sad truth is that most finance interview advice online is complete garbage. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 secrets to impress in your next finance interview that actually work. I'm a senior finance leader and I've been interviewing finance candidates for over a decade. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 secrets to impress in your next finance interview that actually work and land jobs. If that sounds good, let's get started. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've worked in finance everywhere from brand new startups all the way to the Fortune 100. Over that time, I've conducted more than 100 interviews at the analyst, senior analyst, and manager level. I've seen some great interviews, and I've seen some downright terrible interviews. But the truth is that most of the interviews just aren't memorable. Most of the interviews, people act the same because they're getting the same advice. And I want you to be able to stand out and land that dream finance job. So I'm going to take you through the 5 biggest things that I've seen set candidates up for success and make sure that they stand out in interviews. Make sure to stick around to the end because a lot of people don't know how to end interviews. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to end your interview. So make sure to check that out. And if you haven't already, click the link down in the description and join my weekly newsletter, Finance Automation Insider. Every single Thursday, I'm going to send you tips, tricks, and hacks just like this, all about finance automation, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Plus, when you sign up, I'll send you a free copy of my guide to 15 5-minute finance automations. Again, click the link down in the description to sign up. And with all that out of the way, let's get started. So here it is, 5 secrets to impress in your next finance interview, 5 things you need to do before you even walk in the room. Number 1, stop flexing and start connecting. Your resume is there to get you in the interview room. And then it largely stops being relevant because your story is what matters more than your stats. You could have incredible jobs listed on your resume, but if you don't explain the why behind them, they're meaningless. You have to explain why you picked those jobs. You have to explain what you've learned from them and why those jobs matter for the job you're applying for. You want to use simple language that shows personality. You are not your resume. You are a person who could have the exact same resume as someone else with an entirely different story. Get to know the interviewer before you walk in the room. Look them up on LinkedIn. It takes a couple minutes. And honestly, some people worry I hear about being creepy by looking at their interviewer. I honestly think it's a good sign when I see someone pop up that they viewed my profile because they're spending the time to do their research. And here's the cool thing. 90% of the time, you're going to find something on that resume to connect with your interviewer. And when you have that ability, hey, I thought that was a really cool company you worked at. Hey, I used to work at that company. Do you know so-and-so who used to work at that company? I think it was really cool that you went to this college. There's all these things you can do to connect. You're not only showing them that you've spent the time to research, but you're forming a connection beyond the resume. You have to remember that interviewers hire humans, not highlight reels. There's always something called the airport test. It's not just about what the resume says. It's about, if I got stuck in an airport on a business trip with this person for 8 hours, could I handle that? And that's a great way to think about an interview. We're all people trying to work together. We're not a list of resume accomplishments. Number 2, ditch the script. Do not script your interview. Do not script your answers. Over-rehearsed means boring and forgettable. And it is so obvious when things are over-rehearsed. You have to use talking points if there's things you want to hit. I'll usually have a couple of key points written down on my notepad of things I want to make sure I get across in conversation. But I want to get the point across, not say it exactly. You want to be real in the interview. Show real reactions. If you mess up, show it. Don't be stiff and fake. Because confidence and clarity is better than perfection. I once had a candidate who had prepared what they thought our questions would be, because I guess a script had leaked out on the line of the questions that my company was asking. They came in with exact answers to those questions. They were reading straight from their notepad with the questions. But when it really showed that they were scripted was when I would ask follow-ups, because follow-up questions to clarify their answers are not posted online. And they had no idea how to respond because it wasn't on their script. You don't want to land in that situation. You're talking about you. You know your experience. It's great to have stories you want to get across or key accomplishments you want to get across, but don't script your interviews. Have any questions? Go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I read and respond to every single one, and I'm more than happy to help. Number 3, know your stuff, but don't pretend. The thing is that curveballs are part of the interview because curveballs are part of life and are part of your jobs. I like to toss a couple curveballs at people, not looking for a specific answer, but to see how they respond, to see how they can come across. Because if you're sitting in front of a business partner as a finance professional, you're not going to expect everything. You can prepare all you want, and your business partners will still surprise you. My business partners have always surprised me throughout my entire career because you can't prepare for everything. And the same thing is true in an interview. It's totally okay to say, I haven't done that, but here's how I think about approaching it. What's really important is you can just think out loud. They care about your thinking, not a perfect answer. I will rarely ask interview questions where there's a perfect answer, unless it's a very, very technical role and I'm talking about a piece of software like Power BI. I don't care about a perfect answer. I care about how you think, how you get there, how you approach problems. So think out loud instead of faking it, and admit it's not something you've come across, because your thought process is really what matters. No one is going to have the perfect experience for a role. No one is going to know everything a role has done. But what I'm looking for are people who know how to think and know how to approach problems to come through better on the other side. 4, show how you failed. A good failure story builds trust. Be honest about where you made a mistake and where you messed up, but show what you learned. Here's the big thing though. Don't give a catastrophic mistake. I once asked someone about a failure in an interview and they told me about $1 million mistake they made that they didn't even end up resolving in the end. Other people had to come in and resolve. Don't tell a story like that. Pick a story about a mistake, a kind of general mistake that anybody could make, and show how you learned from it. Show how you bounced back and fixed it, because that's what it's about. The growth mindset is what wins in interviews because you show that you can grow from things. If you make a mistake and you learn from it and bounce back, you are a stronger professional because we all make mistakes. It's about how we learn from it. And again, don't pick the catastrophic mistake. Pick a medium mistake. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post new videos like this every single Monday and I don't want you to miss a thing. And lastly, to end the interview, ask epic questions. This is your time to shine. This is your time to control the interview, to control the flow, to control the pacing, and to get any last points across. So don't ask generic stuff like, what's the culture like here? Ask things that show you get the job. Ask things that follow up on things discussed in the interview. How does finance support business decisions here? What's a big challenge that your team's solving? Hey, I heard you ask a couple of questions about this topic in the interview. Is that something that's really important to you? And why is it really important? Smart questions leave a lasting impression because they show that the candidate gets the job. And if you can get the job from just the interview, you're probably going to be quite successful in the job. The other thing is you can ask questions to get any last points across that you didn't get across from the interview questions. If there were 1 or 2 accomplishments you really wanted to get across, take that opportunity. If you're a developer of dashboards, ask, do you guys have any dashboards here? Would you like to have dashboards here? And when they say yes, you then have the opportunity to explain your experience. Because again, this is the one section of the interview that you're in control of, but it's the section where I see most people struggle and waste their time. And of course, the absolute worst thing you can do is have no questions. The best thing you can do is ask questions based on what you talked about in the interview. Whatever you do, walk in with at least 10 to 15 really solid questions written down, so you at least have enough questions to fill the interview time. Don't go over, but fill the allotted interview time and make sure to use that time as best as you can because it's your time. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out my guide to the 30-day plan to land your dream finance job. I'm going to post the link to the video right up here. It's going to walk you through step by step how to set yourself up from start to finish to land that dream job. I'll catch you over there. This is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.